KMC whatever. I'm Kiersten.
I'm Chris.
And today, we're gonna play a game that's kind of been out for a while.
And you guys should know
it's
the movie.
Kind of difficult to play, and the movies are all great. This game is really fun. So we're gonna play the Jumanji board game. I don't know if you heard me over all of that noise. Are you good?
Yep.
Okay, so we've had this game for a while, and when we first started playing it, we had no idea what we were doing. It's very complicated to understand, but eventually, once you start playing it more, you'll understand. But we just wanted to show you guys how we play the game. Kind of like we did with Uno Flip, which happens to be one of our favorite games now. What it comes with. Okay, hi guys, this is future editing Kiersten, that is, and I thought I would come on here and explain things a little bit better because we didn't explain things very well. So, let's just get right into explaining how the board is, and then you'll see us play a game and kind of explain it as we go. So maybe you guys can understand it a little bit better, because if you first play it, it is very confusing. And as you play it more, you'll understand it a lot better. Took us a few tries to understand it a little bit better. So, let me just guide you through this. Okay, so here is the board. This area right here and this area right here are what is called the Doomsday area. I will explain the Doomsday area a little bit later, but let's explain this board. So this board, I can't talk over that, has 4 players that can play this game, and they're all color coordinated, and you follow the path of your colored pawn. So if you're playing blue, you're following what blue says. If you're playing orange, you're doing orange, and every other color. You understand what I mean. So now let me just show you all the pieces that come with this, and let's explain all of the rules as we go. Okay, so this is your code, your decoder, I guess you could say. Ours kind of broke, but this is what it looks like, and you'll slide your card in there in this kind of slot area. But ours broke, so we just use this part and kind of just have this around. It's just part of the game. So this is what we use. So these are your pawns. There's usually a 4th one that's green, but our game is missing our pawns. But these are the things that you move around the board. So there is 4, one for each player, and they have little images on them. Sometimes they fall off and don't want to stay on. But these are the things that are basically going to save your game, and these are the things that everyone rolls to go against your time. So these are your Doomsday saver kind of things. There's 1 for each player. So this is your 8-sided die, as you can tell. This is just what you roll to get the number that you have to move on the board. That's all this does. This is your Rhino. This is what is used as part of the game, as I will explain what the Rhino does a little bit later. But you get a Rhino. So this is your timer. This is what you're going against. And it is super quick. It's probably like 20 seconds. If that, it is very quick. Maybe 10 seconds. I don't know. But see, it's already done. So this is the timer that you're using against the clock. So these are your cards. You get a stack of these cards, and this is what they look like. They'll have an image at the bottom that usually is just related to what it says, and then it's kind of blurred out like this. So what you're supposed to do, let's see if I can get it to work, is put the decoder on it. You can read the paragraph. A lot of times it's just related to the movie or the game, so it's just a fun way. But then you have a little image right here. That image is what is on these die. So if you see that image, that's what you have to roll on the die. This number in the corner, that is how many spaces, if you get this image on the die, that's how many spaces that they get to move. we'll explain in the vid. So of course, the last thing I forgot to show you was you do get instructions to kind of guide you through this game, but they can kind of get a little confusing. So I'm gonna go through with you every space that you could possibly land on and what it means and what you want. The good, the bad, the ugly. So now I'm gonna go into how to play. The blank space, that if you land on basically a blank space, I can't talk. That means that you take a card from your pile, you put the decoder on it, and you have the person to your left, clockwise, rolling the dice against the timer to get this, the image, the little character image. If they roll it, that player gets to, the person that rolled gets to move the number of spaces that are on this card. And your turn is over and you stay put. The card goes in the discard pile. Nothing too extravagant. If they do not get it against the time, then you have to move the number of spaces backwards that are on this card. And this card goes into your Doomsday, and your turn is over and it moves on to the next person. And they stay where they are, nothing too extravagant. Okay, so the next one we're gonna talk about is this space right here. It's called Wait for 5 or 8. And basically what that means, if you land on it, the person to your left is again gonna roll for you. They're gonna try to roll for a 5 or an 8. If they succeed, everyone, you both are safe, you don't move, you're good. If they do not roll, you are gonna have to move backwards 1 space for each time that they miss. So if the person to your left rolled and missed the 5 or an 8, you have to move your pawn 1 space backwards. Then the next player to their left is going to roll for a 5 or an 8. You continue this process basically until you get to start or until you get the 5 or an 8 that you want. So the next space you can land on is a space that looks like this. It is kind of your territory jungle space kind of thing. So basically what happens when you land on that is you draw a card, and you use a little decoder, get your image, your little character. Everyone in the group has to start rolling for this image. Everyone, including yourself. If everyone gets it, you are all safe. You move your pawn the number of spaces that are on the card, and you discard the card, and your turn is completely over. If not everyone gets it, and only like 1 person in your group of 4 gets it, then you have to put the card in the Doomsday area, and you have to continue this process until everybody gets that image. And again, remember, you do continue this until everyone gets it, or until your Doomsday is kind of filled up. That's another thing, but that is how you do that. So this one could get a little tricky. This is the Rhino. It's just the image of the Rhino. If you land on the Rhino space, the Rhino figure is what you start to use. This is a little Rhino figure. You can either, another player that lands on it decides to move the Rhino figure. So if it's already being used, they could take it from that person and move it to somebody else. Or if, in our case, it's just the 2 of us playing, so we just had to do it this way, where we use it to block a player. And that kind of ends their turn, and the next time they have to play, they have to either roll an even number. That is the way to get rid of the Rhino. You want to get an even number roll. If you roll that, you get rid of your Rhino, you move the number of spaces that you rolled, and you do the action that you land on. If you do not get it and you get an odd number, the blocked player kind of remains where it is, and you have to do what you are sitting on. So if you're on a blank space, you have to do the action of a blank space with the Rhino in front of you. And if the player is blocked, they also have to move backwards. If they don't get it, they have to like move backwards that number of spaces. And yeah, that is all of the things that you can land on in the game. So there is a way of winning the game, but there's also a way that everybody can lose the game. So how everybody can lose the game is if your whole entire grid for Doomsday grid is completely filled up with a bunch of these cards. That's 10 spaces, I think I counted. If all 10 of those spaces are filled up, everybody on the table loses and you have to play the game again. It's the idea that you're kind of stuck in the game kind of thing. But if your main goal to win the game is to get to the center of the game the fastest, but you do have to get that exact number. So if you're 2 spaces away from Jumanji, the middle of the board, then you have to roll a 2. If you roll like a 6, you have to stay put and do the action that you were sitting on. And you continue this until you get to the middle or all the Doomsday is filled. I feel like the more players, the higher chance that your Doomsday will fill quicker. But Chris and I have also had a game where ours is filled up before. With just the 2 of us. It's possible, but you have to be really unlucky for that to happen. So that's kind of the way of playing this game. I hope this helps. So let's just get on with us playing a game and kind of trying to explain it as we go. We're basically trying to get into the middle of the board. And then you yell Jumanji when you get there.
And the tricky part is?
The tricky part of this game is you are technically working together, all together, but you're also trying to win for yourself.
And the tricky part also is when you start getting closer to the middle,
you have to roll that exact amount.
You have to roll the exact amount, otherwise.
And do the task for you to get to that point. So it's a little hard. And then certain things we do different things on. But you're also, if it's your turn and you land on something, your opponent is the one that's rolling for you.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to trust that your opponent's gonna get it, or everyone in the whole entire game is gonna get what you want it to get. And that kind of messes with your game, but then you don't want them to win either. So you're still trying to beat them. It's complicated. But let's just, I guess, kind of jump right in and explain things as we go. Sounds great?
I'd say so.
Okay. So, ooh. Well, thanks, babe. You keep jinxing me with these ones. So you have a blank space. So we grab a card. So I have to roll an axe.
She has to roll an axe.
Which is this on the die.
And if you see that little box, she will be able to move 3 spaces.
Alright. So let's do this. I go against time. Everything with this game is time-based.
Timed. And
Alright.
That's how much, and it goes very quickly.
Very quickly. Alright, ready, set, go. Got it. I got it. It's right here.
Plenty of time left.
Now, so I get to move ahead 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Boom.
And this goes in this junk pile.
Alright, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have the Rhino. The Rhino gets to block any player on the board. So I'm gonna go ahead and block him. The Rhino moves with you unless you get an even number.
Well,
right? Yeah.
it will move with you if, like, say you're on a blank.
Yeah.
And you draw a card. And it
Oh,
has
like
a
that
space.
number. Okay. So then
And I roll
yeah.
the...
Yeah, so because it's not
whatever.
your turn to roll the even.
And
But now it's your turn anyways. So. Phew.
Lucky me.
So he gets rid of the Rhino. Rhino goes back home.
And I move, right?
Yeah, you move the spaces and you do what it says to do.
Okay, honey.
Okay.
one space and open door.
So the open door looks like this.
It's basically a door that's open.
It's just a door, yeah.
Ready?
Ready, set, go. Got it.
And just in time.
I'm at the door. Even though the stupid.
Literally in time. So you can move one space.
Alright, so next thing. 3. 1, 2, 3. Blank space. I have the Rhino. The Rhino gets to block any player on the board. So I'm gonna go ahead and block him. Is not a good thing for me. So I have to get an even number. I did.
Well, how about that?
Bye bye, Rhino.
1, 2.
1, 2. Wait for 8 or 5.
But I don't know if we have to.
Yeah, because I have to move forward.
Okay. 8 or 5. Let's go.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Set, go.
Got it.
Your boat. Right, we say. Confusing. Keep it straight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh my god, Chris!
Okay, now we're in the jungle zone area.
I don't know if
It's
you can see him, right?
one of these.
Yeah.
And this is
So
where
now
everybody has
Everybody
to
has
roll
to do it.
their safety dice.
Against the time. Alright,
And
card.
every time we have to do these cards. If we all don't get it,
Goes in Doomsday.
it goes in Doomsday, and
We have to continue until
yeah, we have to continue until we
all
both
get it. So this is the part where you all want to work together and do it.
timer.
Yeah, you all want to work together to get this done.
So what we need is rope,
Is a rope.
and after you get, if you get it,
Call it out.
all of us moves the amount of space is on.
Yeah, but we'll get there.
All
Alright,
right,
ready, set, go. Got it. Come on, 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 come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, you're out. He lost it. So this card goes into Doomsday, which is these things here. These are Doomsday. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get 10 spots for Doomsday. You don't want to fill them.
Which card?
Next card, because we gotta continue
Saber.
to do it
Ready?
until Chris can get it right. I can get the timer. Saber. All right,
Saber.
ready, set, go. Got it. Go, 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 go.
Got
go.
it.
Yeah, there we go. So we both got it. Now we both get to move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. So right now we only have 1 Doomsday, so we're doing good on Doomsday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Quite a ways away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I get blanks. have to get 3. You have to get
I have to
4.
get 4.
He has to get 4 to win. He got 3.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
So another
Well,
card
let's
is.
try it. Let's try it.
Card it is.
Looks like you have to get a racket.
Ratchet.
Racket.
Ratchet.
Racket.
Ratchet.
Racket.
Alright, ready?
Raquet.
Ready? Timer?
Ready? Set. Go.
Got it.
Well, there you go. Move 3 spaces.
1, 2, 3, 3. Jumanji!
Jumanji!
I win.
She wins and we beat the game.
We beat the game.
So,
And I beat him. I'm the clear winner of this game.
hey, I was close.
No, I'm clearly the winner.
I was 1 space away.
Yeah, and can you roll 1? Roll 1. Do it right now.
I probably can't.
Do it right now, bitch.
Watch. I
Do
do
it right
it and it's just like, dang.
Do it right now. Oh! You can't even give him 1. You're fired.
Boom.
You're fired.
She doubted me and then look what happened.
Yeah, your first one was a 4. That was not a 1.
Oh, the hell.
So you still would have lost.
But hey, here we go. We're going together.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the game of Jumanji.
I hope this helps you guys understand this game a lot better.
And we are dying.
Oh, so we are just gonna end this video right here. So if you like this video or this kind of video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Turn on bell notifications so you're notified when we post every single Friday. This is KMC Whatever, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye.
So glad you're